YouTube, it's M1NDxBEND3R here, and I've built another transformer, another beast transformer, and what a beast this is. As you can see, I've gone full fantasy and built a dragon. Now let's get this out of the way straight up. I know some people are going to immediately take to the comments and tell me that this is a wyvern, not a dragon, and then other people are going to take to the comments and tell me that wyverns are sometimes a type of dragon, and sometimes they're different things altogether, and that I should be saying wyvern or dragon or... Boy, I don't care. It's a big old lizard with wings, alright? The easiest thing to call it is a dragon. And also, I built it, so I get to call it what I want. That out of the way, I hope people can enjoy this video for what it is and just find something else to talk about in the comments. Hopefully something pertaining to the build itself. Now, let's talk about that build. This is Kiln.
Yeah, Kiln!
Okay, Kiln was built to be kind of the main arch nemesis of my Knights of the Tundra, who themselves were actually originally designed to be enemies of my Phobia and the Fang Gang, but that's a whole nother thing, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, feel free to go check out my old videos and you'll catch up. But because I called them the Knights of the Tundra, I decided, hey, what do knights fight? Dragons! So, what better nemesis than an actual dragon? How many more times can I say dragon? Let's find out. Someone will keep count. Dragon, here we go. Oh my goodness, this is a wreck. Now, Kiln is pretty big and kind of hard to film because of my limited space, so we're going to have to take a look at different parts of him at a time. I'm going to start off with his head. I'm really proud of this head, his dragon head. I've never built a dragon head before, so for a first draft, I think this is pretty okay. See, it's got ball joint, it can look around. The mouth does open and close. I wanted to originally make it so you could stick like a flame piece in his mouth and make it look like he was breathing fire, but unfortunately, because of these little wedge pieces on the side, there just wasn't enough room or clearance, and I just liked how the head looked too much to sacrifice any design for the sake of just, you know, sometimes sticking a piece of fire in his mouth. Another part of the design I'm very proud of are these wings. I actually did quite a few different variations of a wing to figure out what looked the best, and I eventually settled on this quite skeletal kind of bat-like design. So for articulation, it can bend kind of at the elbow, and then you can actually, if you want, retract all three little spinies and kind of have a more folded up dragon wing, which I think looks quite nice and compact. I'm really happy that it worked out that way. Coming around to the back, Kiln also has this quite large whip-like tail. You know, it's got these little spikes or spines all along the back of it. I considered originally putting some kind of, I don't know, spikes or weapon back here, but I decided it looked better just natural. I didn't really want to go too crazy on the back. I like how it looks like this, so I'm pretty happy with the tail. The last thing I want to call attention to in dragon mode are these feet. I'm quite proud of this foot design because I needed something that looked organic but could also support quite a lot of weight, as Kiln himself is, you know, pretty heavy. And everything I came up with either looked too mechanical, too geometric, or just wasn't strong enough. So this was a nice compromise that I came up with in the end, and I'm very, very happy with it. One last thing up on his back here, I also just want to point out that there are two little spikes back here, just to make him look a little bit more dangerous. Alright, now Kiln's pretty big and he's got a lot of transforming to do, so let's see how we go. We're going to start out here by taking his dragon legs and bringing them all the way down. Next, we're going to fold down this flap and fold down his waist so we can at least get him standing. That'll make everything easier. I like to just kind of reposition his legs for how they will be in robot mode. Then we're going to come up to his upper half and everything rotates all the way around, and we'll fold up this flap while we're back here. Next, we're going to get these wings up and out of the way. Now, this flap on his back opens up, and this whole thing slides to the side, and there's a little flap down here that's going to fold up and kind of lock that in place. Now we're going to come around to the front of the dragon, unclip that, fold this down for clearance, and we'll move that to the other side, and once again, a little flap comes up, locks it into place. Bring this dragon head down. It's obviously now going to be a robot arm, and the same with the dragon tail. Hey, dragon tails. This flap up here just folds in half and becomes the robot chest. The wings can kind of just fold back here and be out of the way for now. And this flap will fold down and become a piece of shoulder armor. Last but not least, there's a little gap back here that we'll use to get our hand in and push up the robot head, which we will now see is exposed over here. And this whole thing is leaning too far back, so we'll lean it forward. Get the head up. And there is Kiln in his robot mode, bringing the camera quite a ways back so you can get a full body shot of Kiln in his robot mode. I just love how this looks. I'm quite thankful that I was able to come up with a wing design that folds up so that he can somewhat fit on screen, even though I do love his quite majestic and imposing full spread Dragon Angel robot mode that he kind of had earlier. And overall, the look of this guy is really just exactly what I wanted. I wanted this look of kind of this, you know, high fantasy, evil looking dragon warrior. When I built Kiln, I had this character in mind of not really an Autobot, not really a Decepticon, not really affiliated with anyone, just a conqueror, just a warrior, just somebody who goes planet to planet seeking out worthy opponents and war and combat wherever they can find it. Someone who walks into a civilization, conquers it, and then just moves on, purely for basically the sport of it. Now, I know some people are going to say the head is too small, and proportionally, yeah, maybe it is a little small. But I kind of like the idea. Maybe this isn't his original body. Maybe he was originally a smaller robot, and every time he won a fight, he just kind of added to himself and just kept on building himself up until he was the ultimate warrior, the perfect machine, just everything he wanted to be. Taking a look at his arm here, Beast Wars Megatron style. He's got the dragon head as his right arm, and I imagine the mouth can open and he can fire like quite a powerful heat ray out of that arm. And his other arm is, of course, the dragon tail, which he would use as kind of like a flail or a whip-like weapon. Probably a bit more prehensile than a whip, seeing as it is his arm. He's still got control over it. And because he's got wings, he is also able to fly, of course. And real quick, just to give you an idea of what the Knights of the Tundra are up against, here's Frostbane next to Kiln. Yeah, they're gonna need to work as a team to take care of this one, because he big. Alright guys, until next time, I want to thank you all for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you really like this video, feel free to subscribe or leave a comment and tell me what you thought of this guy. I really hope you do like him because I put just a ton of work into this guy. I think there were 4 different designs I went with that all had to be completely started over, completely deconstructed and start from scratch because this guy was just... There was a lot going on, and he was quite a challenge. But now that he's done, I'm very, very happy with him. I'm happy to share him with all of you guys, and I really hope you like him. So, like I said, I've been Mindbender, and I'll talk to you later.